Gentlemen, listen to me carefully. The moment a man over 60 starts begging life to notice him, he becomes invisible. Not because he is old, not because time has passed, but because he has surrendered the one thing that makes any man magnetic at any age presence. And if you think attraction disappears with youth, you've already lost the battle before the day begins. Because what truly turns people away is not age. It is neglect. It is collapse. It is the slow, silent decision to stop leading yourself. So today, I want to show you something most men never hear until it is too late. I want to talk about the 5 physical turnoffs women notice in men over 60, not to shame you, not to attack you, but to wake you up. Because the good news is this, every one of them can be changed. And when you stop chasing, stop pleading, stop over-explaining, and start rebuilding yourself in silence, just disappear for a while and watch what happens. Let's be honest. A lot of men reach this stage of life and begin to move like the story is over. They drag themselves through the day. They dress like they no longer matter. They neglect the machine God gave them and then wonder why nobody looks at them with admiration anymore. But the world responds to signs. Human beings respond to signals. And the body you carry sends a message before you ever open your mouth. The first turnoff is visible neglect, not wrinkles. Not gray hair, neglect. There is a difference. A man with lines in his face can still look strong, sharp, experienced, even dangerous in the best sense. But when a man looks unwashed, poorly groomed, slouched in clothes that don't fit, with skin, teeth, hair, and hands that say, "I gave up on myself," people feel it instantly. Women feel it instantly because neglect does not whisper. It announces itself. And what it announces is this: if he will not care for himself, how can he care for anything else? So stand up and face it. Upgrade the grooming. Get the haircut. Trim the beard. Fix the basics. Smell clean. Dress with intention. You do not need to look 25. You need to look like a man who respects his own existence. The second turnoff is poor posture and defeated movement. You can tell how a man feels about himself by the way he enters a room. Some men over 60 still carry quiet authority. Others carry apology. Their shoulders collapse. Their steps are hesitant. Their neck tilts down as if they are asking permission to be alive. Gentlemen, posture is not cosmetic. It is biography. It tells the world whether life broke you or built you. And the beautiful truth is that posture can be trained. Walk every day. Stretch every day. Strengthen your back, your legs, your core. Lift your chest. Slow your movements. Stop rushing like a nervous boy and start moving like a grounded man. Confidence is seen before it is heard. The third turnoff is the body that reflects years of abandonment. Again, this is not about being young. This is not about having a model's physique. This is about energy, vitality, and discipline. A body that is swollen with inactivity, stiff from disuse, tired before the morning is finished, that body sends a message. It says comfort became your master. It says discipline was traded for excuses. But do not misunderstand me. This is not a sentence. It is a warning. Men can reverse more than they think. Start walking. Start lifting light weights. Start eating like your future matters. Hydrate. Sleep. Reduce the poison. Build some muscle. Lose what no longer serves you. Not for vanity, for command. Because when a man begins taking control of his body again, he also takes control of his mind. The fourth turnoff is dead eyes and low energy. You've seen it. Maybe you've felt it. The man who has technically survived but no longer radiates life. His face looks drained. His expression is flat. His conversation is repetitive, bitter, heavy. He speaks only of pain, loss, regret, and how things used to be. And people do not move closer to dead energy. They move away from it. Women do not just respond to appearance, they respond to life force, to emotional presence, to the feeling that being near you lifts the room instead of darkening it. So protect your spirit, read, learn, stay curious, laugh, get sunlight, have purpose in your week, build something, mentor someone. A man with light in his eyes is never truly old. The fifth turnoff is desperation written across the face and body. This one may be the most damaging of all. Because a desperate man can be well-dressed, decently groomed, even physically fit, and still repel people. Why? Because neediness leaks through everything. It shows up in the eager lean, the constant texting, the over-explaining, the hunger for validation, the panic when attention is not returned. And nothing kills attraction faster than a man who has made another person the center of his emotional stability. Gentlemen, this is where the phrase becomes powerful. Just disappear. Not as a game, not as manipulation, but as a return to yourself. Step back from the performance. Stop auditioning for approval. Go rebuild your body, your peace, your standards, your routine, your finances, your faith, your edge. Become less available to nonsense and more devoted to substance. Watch what happens when your silence is no longer emptiness, but strength. Because here is the secret most men learn too late. Attraction is not built by begging to be chosen. It is built by becoming a man whose life feels solid, ordered, and alive. A man who takes care of himself without vanity. A man who values health without obsession. A man who dresses with dignity, speaks with calm, and walks like he knows exactly who he is. Age does not erase that. If anything, age should deepen it. And let me tell you something else. There is tremendous power in being underestimated. A man over 60 who is healthy, sharp, self-respecting, emotionally steady, and physically intentional is rare. Rare. And rarity has value. So stop mourning the fact that you are no longer the man you were at 30. Good. You should not be him. You should be more disciplined than he was, more measured than he was, more dangerous in your focus, more attractive in your peace. This is your moment to clean the slate. Not tomorrow, not next month, today. Throw out what makes you look careless. Fix what you have avoided. Book the appointment, start the walk. Drink the water, lift the weight. Stand up straight. Get serious about your sleep. Stop feeding your body garbage and your mind despair. Reclaim your face, your frame, your energy, and your standards. And above all, reclaim your self-respect. Because once a man does that, something extraordinary happens. He stops trying to convince the world he matters, and he begins to embody it. His presence changes. His eyes change. His voice changes. His decisions change. And yes, people notice. Women notice. The world notices. But by then, the greatest victory is this. He no longer needs to be noticed to know his worth. Gentlemen, if you have been overlooked, dismissed, rejected, or forgotten, let that pain become fuel. Let it build you instead of bury you. You are not finished. You are not too late. You are not disqualified by age. But you must decide right now that decline will not become your identity. Disappear from the noise. Disappear from the need for approval. Disappear from the habits that have made you weak. And while the world thinks you are fading, rebuild in silence until your life speaks so loudly that no one can ignore it.